Puerto Ricans still without water and power after Hurricane Maria. O.J. Simpson released after serving 9 years behind bars. And the Missoula Symphony goes Hollywood for the first concert of the season.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Kent Lutzen. Puerto Rico governor says progress is being made, but the island is still in the middle of a major emergency. Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico September 20th, and many people are still without power and water. Brooke Silva-Brega reports.
More fuel is reaching Puerto Rico and more troops are now on the ground, but the head of FEMA says the challenge of recovering from Hurricane Maria remains immense.
This is the most logistically challenging event the United States has ever seen. We've opened up 11 major highways, but this morning there are over 3,200 different problems reported with the roadway systems.
And so some supplies on the docks are stuck because of limited trucking. Power plants work, but downed lines have 95% of the island in darkness, according to the federal government. Half of Puerto Ricans lack drinking water.
We are delivering millions of meals and millions of water. We've got more coming, and we don't like that there are still people that are drinking rainwater.
Some Democrats say that isn't good enough.
The effort has been slow-footed, disorganized, and not adequate. And that's not just me saying it. General Buchanan said he doesn't have enough troops or material.
Lieutenant General Jeffrey Buchanan told CBS News more resources are coming, but the recovery will be harder than the one he led in Houston after Hurricane Harvey.
Texas needed help. Who helped? Louisiana. They were right next door. Geography makes a huge difference.
There's no next door to Puerto Rico.
There is not a next door.
Sunday evening at the President's Cup golf tournament, Mr. Trump dedicated the trophy to recent hurricane victims.
If you look today and you see what's happening, how horrible it is, but we have it under really great control. Puerto Rico.
Mr. Trump will visit the island on Tuesday. Brooke Silva-Brega, CBS News, New York.
FEMA says they've so far distributed $7 million in assistance to 63,000 Puerto Ricans. The Flathead County Sheriff's Office has released the name of a man killed in a motorcycle crash that occurred near Kalispell yesterday. The victim is identified as 31-year-old Jordan Munoz from Kalispell. Munoz was the driver of a motorcycle involved in a single vehicle crash on Highway 206 just north of Jensen Road. Montana Highway Patrol said the driver was heading southbound on Highway 206 when the driver lost control and hit an embankment. The driver was wearing a helmet, and the crash is still under investigation by the Montana Highway Patrol. Just north of Glendive, a man is dead after the pickup he was driving crashed Sunday morning. Montana Highway Patrol's crash report stated the man was driving southbound on Secondary Highway 254. The 37-year-old man from Circle veered off the road several times before the vehicle rolled. The driver was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected. MHP said alcohol, drugs, and speeds are suspected factors in the crash. Residents might want to think about protecting their outdoor sprinkler systems, which can freeze and crack when the cold moves in. They say a section of the sprinkler system sits above ground, meaning it's exposed to nature's elements. Water should be air blown out of the piece when temperatures drop, or it will freeze and expand, which could result in cracks. However, experts say there are still ways to winterize your sprinklers in case you have not.
You can use an old blanket, sleeping bag. Just take something and you want to wrap it around it and protect this so it's not exposed. You wrap it around, take some tape or some rope and wrap it with old clothing, something so it's protected, so it'll keep whatever heat is in there, it'll stay in there.
Experts say underground irrigation systems won't be affected quite yet by the cold, but they'll become more vulnerable in the coming weeks when the ground begins to freeze. Speaking of cold temperatures, a winter advisory effect is in place tonight. Let's go to our Storm Tracker Weather Center with meteorologist Russ Thomas for more. Russ?
Yeah, we do have a winter weather advisory in effect, and that our winter storm warning now, and that's what we've got for you as we look at our map here. You can see the area shaded in the pink. You can see snow 3 to 5 inches, potentially up to 15 inches in some of the highest elevations. And again, this is for the West Glacier region. Starts tomorrow morning and goes through Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. We take a look at our satellite and radar. And again, you can see those scattered showers. They are starting to diminish, as you can see, and even a few breaks in the clouds as we head into the evening hours. I do think that rain in the valley will definitely be there tomorrow, and we'll have the complete details in your forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Russ. Earlier today, volunteers grabbed their clippers and headed out to 10 Spoon Vineyard and Winery for the 2017 volunteer harvest. The vineyard currently has 8 acres of grapes. The owner estimates that from those 8 acres, they'll be able to bring in around 14 tons of grapes this weekend. He said they're extremely grateful for all of the community's support.
If the community didn't help us, we would be out here for many, many days picking it with our own crew. So this is a great help to us, and the community seems to really respond to locally produced agricultural products, and it's a lot of fun to do it too. So
these events have been going on since 2014 and will continue every harvesting season. With only 2 weeks of practices under their belts, the Missoula Symphony took the stage today. Music director Darko Budrik said that they had only 5 rehearsals before the performance, but the talent of the musicians makes up for that limited practice.
We're very fortunate to have incredible musicians here in Missoula, and so the symphony performs always at a very high level. It's something I'm very pleased to work with, and we love to share that talent with our audience. So every concert we try to play the absolute best of the orchestral music I've written, and tonight's no exception.
At one point, there were over 95 musicians on stage. The special guest for the evening was a violinist who came all the way from St. Petersburg, Russia, for this concert. According to event staff, she was playing a violin that cost around $8 million. The season's theme is Experience the Experience. Each of these pieces played a tremendous impact on the Hollywood movie scene. There are still 4 master concerts throughout the year. Back in Montana, support continues to pour in for the MTN Montana Wildfire Relief Fund. As of today, we have raised more than $291,000, and we have a new match. Carl and Kay Carbon of Great Falls will match the next $50,000 in donations moving forward. This is a terrific opportunity for you to double the amount of your contribution. The Wildfire Relief Fund is a partnership between MTN and the Montana Community Foundation. Money raised will be distributed to those impacted by the 2017 wildfires through a grant application process beginning on October 9th, but there's still time to donate. Just go to our website, KPAX.com. A day after the Secretary of State seemed to open doors to talk with North Korea, President Trump appeared to publicly question the move, tweeting that it's a waste of time to negotiate. Weijia Zhang is in Washington with the story.
President Trump took to Twitter Sunday, appearing to cast doubt on the idea that diplomacy could resolve the crisis over North Korea's nuclear program. The president tweeted, "Being nice to Rocket Man hasn't worked in 25 years. Why would it work now? Clinton failed, Bush failed, and Obama failed. I won't fail." While in Beijing Saturday, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said the U.S. has back channels for communicating with Pyongyang and is using them to gauge the North's willingness to talk. Sunday, President Trump tweeted his thoughts about negotiating with North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un. "I told Rex Tillerson, our wonderful Secretary of State, that he is wasting his time trying to negotiate with little Rocket Man. Save your energy, Rex. We'll do what has to be done." Republican Senator Bob Corker.
Tillerson understands that every intelligence agency we have says there's no amount of economic pressure you can put on North Korea to get them to stop this program because they view this as their survival.
Last month, the president told the United Nations that Kim's regime was on a suicide mission.
The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea.
But in the same speech, Mr. Trump expressed hope that UN sanctions might convince North Korea to give up its nuclear program. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, Washington.
Now, the State Department says the official U.S. policy on North Korea has not changed. It will continue to try to engage with them even though Pyongyang has shown no interest in such talks. Back in Montana this week marks a prime time for bull elk to bugle and mate across the state. And in this week's Outdoor Report, Winston Greeley tells us about some new evidence that shows these bulls prepare for this event way in advance.
The rut is one of the most important times in a bull elk's life cycle. But new evidence suggests these elk, like professional fighters, train for this long before the fall arrives.
Here's this behavior and this thing going on that I wasn't aware of in my 30-plus years of professionally watching and studying elk. So it really kind of humbles you. It's like, wow, this is really cool. And it is really an incentive to try to find out more about it.
Jordan calls it the elk octagon, an area in southwest Montana where he found bull elk come each spring to spar.
It's like, hey, they're honing their craft. They're trying to get more precise about how they approach their movements, all this stuff, but they're never actually engaging because their antlers are still soft and developing, and they're spending a lot of this time kind of in these mock battles, and you wonder what the real reasons for this is, other than sometimes, honestly, it just looks like they're having fun.
This past summer, Jordan documented 25 different bulls in this small area, but he plans to keep this area a secret so he can hopefully learn more about this unique behavior.
How does this help them survive? Is this actually a behavior that leads to a better chance of surviving or a better chance of breeding if they become a better warrior, you know, during the rut? A lot of things that are really fascinating to think about.
I'm Winston Greeley, out among Montana's fish, wildlife, and parks.
The archery season is currently underway and rifle opener is October 21st. Now, coming up after the break, meteorologist Russ Thomas will give us a look at the upcoming week's forecast. Plus, O.J. Simpson is set free after 9 years in prison.